Mr. Leong says they've got nothing to object to CECA and other FTAs. I think it's an important statement, and I would like that recorded. I think we all need to note that. But assuming that, then we have over 20 FTAs.
Point of order.
Mr. Leong.
I think the minister is misquoting me. I say I'm supporting FTAs and in general, including CECA, but I didn't say I'm supporting CECA wholeheartedly. We need more information.
So you're supporting or not supporting?
We have not enough information to support.
So are you supporting or not supporting? If you have not enough information, so are you supporting or not supporting? I'm not very clear.
I'm not supporting.
So you're not supporting CECA or FTAs, is that right?
The FTAs, we need more information as well on a case-by-case basis.
So I'm trying to understand what your position is. So you're not supporting FTAs and including CECA, is that right?
We are supporting FTAs in general for the benefits the FTA can bring, trade to our country, investments and all that. But we are concerned that modern FTAs do have provisions on the movement of natural persons. And so, for each FTA, we want to look into the details.
I'm quite confused by the answer.
I'm quite confused as well.
So, may I ask, sir, through you, to Mr. Leong, one, just tell us, does he and PSP, does he and does PSP support FTAs? A simple answer will do.
We support FTAs in general.
Thank you. Would that include, sir, support for CECA?
Yes. In general.
Yes. Let's then have that recorded as he and PSP support CECA and FTAs in general. May I then ask, why is CECA specifically identified in the motion when I assume there is nothing to distinguish between CECA and other FTAs in Mr. Leong's mind?
As I've said in my speech, we do not have full disclosure on the movement of natural persons provisions in CECA yet, and also some of the other FTAs. So we would like to know more. Before we know more information about that, we cannot shut off discussion on the FTAs and CECA.
Sorry, sir, again, I'm a bit confused. My question was a simple one. I'm just trying to understand whether CECA has a special place in Mr. Leong's affection and mind, or is it treated the same as all the other FTAs? And if it's the same as all the other FTAs, why is CECA getting special mention? That's all. A simple answer would do.
The focus of the debate today is on the impact of our foreign talent policy on jobs and livelihood.
Mr. Leong, if you can answer the minister's question, which is a straightforward one, because if it's just FTAs in general, then why is CECA being flagged up specifically?
There are data. We want to know more about CECA.
No, but you do want to know more data about any of all the other FTAs, right? From what you were alluding to earlier?
Yes, that's why we have...
Why no mention of the other FTAs, but CECA in particular?
No, but in our motion, we say FTAs and CECA.
I think Mr. Leong doesn't know his own motion. It says in some FTAs, like CECA, so there are some FTAs which don't concern him, and there are some FTAs which concern him. This is your own motion, Mr. Leong.
Yes.
Just tell us what it means and why CECA.
Yes, I say some FTAs like CECA. So these are the FTAs, including CECA. There are
which ones? Sir, if I may ask, which ones?
Including the Australian FTAs, the China FTAs, the US FTAs.
Sir, may I ask through you, which aspects of the China FTA, the US FTA, and the Australian FTA bothers Mr. Leong, like CECA?
The Australian FTA also contained a clause on allowing the ICT to bring in dependence. For the China FTA, we are looking at the China FTA to compare with the CECA FTA because both countries have very big population. For the US FTA, we have received feedback from residents about why US citizens are allowed to buy properties in Singapore without paying the ABST. So some of these FTAs, as I say, we have to look at it on a case-by-case basis.
My understanding, therefore, is that Mr. Leong is equally concerned about the US FTA, the China FTA, the Australian FTA, and CECA, and that CECA is not specifically being singled out. If I may just have that confirmation before I move on.
That is correct, Minister.